Okay, music off. Hello and welcome back to the channel. Unless you're new, then welcome. Today we're getting into my fitness journey from the very beginning to now. I'm gonna try and be as detailed as possible. We're gonna get into all the lore, all the fitness lore, and that starts way back when I was like 16. So I'll kind of stand maybe like right here so that we can have progress photos / videos, because I have a ton of those, which I guess that's my first piece of advice. Take lots of pictures and videos to look back on your progress because it helps tremendously. Before I get into any details, I just want to lay out a quick disclaimer. I'm not a professional. This is just my own advice from my personal experience, and my only credentials are my experience and I guess the progress I've made. With that out of the way, I have some notes here on my phone because I don't want to miss anything. So don't mind me if I reference that. I also want to say, if you have any questions about any part of this video, feel free to comment and I will be responding, because I would love to help people start their fitness journey, especially, beginners who don't know where to start. It can be really overwhelming, and it helps to hear from someone who has been through it themselves already. So yeah, leave your questions in the comment section. I'll check them out. Getting into fitness and changing my lifestyle surrounding fitness has had the biggest impact on my confidence. Not just like physical confidence, because it's one thing to be confident in how you look and how you present yourself to the world, but it's another thing to feel confidence within and to prove to yourself that you are capable again and again. Like, that to me has been the most important, I guess, takeaway from the whole experience. Also, it's been the most rewarding endeavor. It's been the most rewarding endeavor, committing to getting stronger and making healthier choices consistently. It's always giving back, and it's like this cycle, this feedback loop, positive feedback loop of making healthier choices, getting stronger, looking better, feeling better. Like, they all go hand in hand, and it just becomes a part of you over time. And that's what really the journey is about, is this ongoing journey. It's continuous. There's no like destination. It just becomes part of you. Does that make sense? Anyway, who cares? Let's get into the lore. As I had mentioned, I think this started back when I was 16 years old. And if you are 16 or around that age, I just want to say, be a little nicer to yourself, because that is a vulnerable age and your body is still growing and you're like growing into your body. That's an age that most people are just going to be insecure. And if I could talk to my 16-year-old self, I would say, just be a little bit nicer to yourself. It is a great time to start forming those habits. Anyway, so where I started, had a little bit extra body fat, wasn't strong, no stamina, not physically active. Yeah, I mean, that's it really. I wasn't going to the gym. I was doing some workouts in my room, but not really working towards anything. I just knew I wasn't confident, that I wanted to, look stronger, feel stronger. Kind of looked like that for a while. And then we can fast forward to 2 years later when I was 18. By the time I turned 18, I lost quite a bit of weight pretty quickly, and it was not done in a healthy way. It actually was done completely like unintentionally. I just, lost a lot of weight. I think it partly had to do with me just kind of growing up, getting through puberty, but also I was a lot more active. I was working a lot. I was going to school. I was not really eating as much as I should have been. Yeah, I was also like in a toxic relationship, so like I was not taking care of myself in general. And yeah, I ended up becoming underweight, and that was like the turning point for me, where I really wanted to make a change because I wanted to be strong. And from, the very start, that was my goal, was get stronger. I just wanted to feel like physically capable. And so that was like the primary drive for me, was strength building, strength training. So I started working out in my garage. I was lucky enough to have a garage with gym equipment. I was just seeing what people were doing on YouTube and Instagram and like copying their workouts, just trying to move as much weight as I could. I focused so much on technique and mobility, which I would highly recommend. Starting out, I wasn't able to like really hit like proper squat depth. I had kind of like posture issues, which like, to be honest, my posture's still not great, but anyway, yeah, I worked on like hip mobility, really nailing like mind muscle connection, which is, you know, focusing on working the muscle that you want to work as you're doing the movement. So, you know, if you're squatting and you feel it all in your back, it takes a lot of intention when you're starting out to focus on using your quads or your hamstrings or your glutes or all three. Interestingly enough, because of how small my legs were and because of the fact that I'm more kind of quad dominant, my glutes, not even joking, for like the first 2 months felt nothing. Like I could not get my glutes to feel like they were working properly, and it was really kind of frustrating in the beginning, but once I like unlocked those muscles, I guess, that's really when I started to see progress. Same goes for like your lats. I know when I was starting out doing like back exercises, I did not feel it in my back whatsoever, and I was so confused as to like, why am I only feeling it in my arms? And it just takes patience, you know, repetition, intention, and really, you know, studying technique and prioritizing that. At this stage, I was also looking up to a lot of people that I was seeing online who might have the kind of physique that I want. But something that I learned over time and that I would love for you to understand and know if you don't already is that you can't strive to be or look like someone else, because that's just going to be disappointing in the end, because you are yourself and everybody's body is different. The way your biceps might develop faster, or your legs might develop faster, or you might not have like a perfect symmetrical six-pack. I don't. And so if that is your goal, you're just going to be let down, honestly, because the main drive should be to improve yourself and be the best version of yourself, which there's so much room for improvement. Like I've done a body recomp, like a recomposition of my specific body type, and it looks much different than it did when I started. So there is so much potential in yourself, and it'd be a shame to try and be someone else when you can just work on yourself. I prioritized eating lots of, like, as much protein as I could. I never really consistently tracked my macros. I did it only to have a better understanding of nutrition, which helped a lot. But for the most part, like, it's not a requirement to track your macros unless you're working towards something very specific or, you know, competing for something. I'd say the first 4 years, though, my diet easily could have been much better. I was not fueling my body enough. And my training also, while I was very consistent, it was not like optimized for the most progress. So I was showing up and I was building the right habits and building the right relationship with working out and eating. But my training kind of wasn't, it was like lacking intensity to really promote like actual decent development aside from just like newbie gains. I did that for a while, like up until honestly like a year ago. I kind of just went in and did my training, but was not really seeing any significant progress after the initial newbie gains. My strength was plateauing, my physique wasn't really changing, and so I was ready for like the next step. And then that's when last year came around. So now let's say beginning of 2024, I acquired a coach for the first time and had a program, you know, designed for me, which was based in like powerlifting and bodybuilding. So they call it like power building. And man, that was the best thing I ever did, because now 1 year later, my strength is up, my muscles are bigger, and I feel like I'm just now getting started in really tapping into like my potential as far as gains. It's getting hot in here. Is anybody else hot? I think I need to like, yeah, it's like genuinely hot. before you judge me, I live in Hawaii. It's hot. There is no winter here, so it's warm. Yeah, I'd say where I'm at now, my current primary goal is to get stronger, because I find like that motivates me the most, is like feeling capable. And that's really why, I started in the beginning. And it applies in, real life, day-to-day life, where it's not just about getting stronger in the gym, but you're stronger and more capable in life. So one very, real world example of that is moving into this apartment. I moved in by myself. I managed to bring all my furniture in by myself. So that includes like my couch, my TV stand, my desk, my king size mattress. Like these are all like very heavy things and like large boxes, but my time in the gym like directly helped me understand like how to leverage the weight and how to do it without hurting myself. And so I didn't have to hire like movers. I was like so proud of myself for that. That's just one example of how it can like have a positive impact on your life outside of just in the gym sphere. The reason that there's always sirens here is because I do live near a hospital. So anytime there's an ambulance anywhere in this area, it goes right by my house. Anyway, that is how I got to where I am today. If you're curious about like specific kinds of workouts, I would love to answer that in the comments, but this is more just like general advice on how to approach the journey as a journey. And, the journey continues for myself as well. I feel like, I kind of mentioned this before, but like I feel like I'm just now really getting started, and that excites me because I have new goals now, and my goals are always kind of shifting, and currently it is to get stronger. I really want to hit like a 300-pound deadlift, 300-pound squat even, but that's going to take a little bit longer. I think now I'm going to transition into like a lean bulk phase, because I've never done a proper bulk. It's kind of always been like a subtle, not accidental, but like almost unintentional, just gaining healthy weight and getting stronger. But I want to be more intentional with it now, and I'm really, really looking forward to that, because, I have high hopes for the potential. As should you. You should have high hopes for your potential. I guess in closing, if you are to take away anything from this video, I would hope that it is that the gym is a tool and a blessing, and so is the food that you eat. Those can be, used as tools and blessings as well. Secondly, trial and error is very normal and kind of necessary in understanding what works for you. I know I have had my fair share of ups and downs. The progress has not been linear, and it almost never is. Don't let that beat you up. An all or nothing mentality can be pretty harmful, because you'll quickly get burnt out if you always expect 100% from yourself, because life happens and you're not always going to be able to give 100%. And like my philosophy is, you have to be happy doing it. I've been happy doing gym related things. Like in itself, I've been happy to go to the gym. It's become something that I thoroughly enjoy, and that's the biggest thing that you can do for yourself, is to get to that point. My favorite thing to say, and I guess I'll close the video with this, is progress over perfection. I think in the fitness industry and on social media in general, it's really easy to find yourself comparing yourself to what you're seeing online, and in doing that you fail to understand your own differences, and it can be hard on you as a viewer or consumer to see such high expectations, and honestly unrealistic expectations, from people to have a six-pack or to deadlift 600 pounds. You shouldn't have to hold yourself to that standard, especially not as a beginner. Like, those goals can come with time. What I would love to promote more than anything is just a balanced, healthy lifestyle that works for you and works for you. Right? You get what I'm saying? I hope that that made sense, and I hope that, some part of this video resonated with you. It's been great to share my thoughts on this. I will leave it at that. And thank you guys so much for watching and witnessing the journey as it continues and evolves. Also, real quick, shout out to Gymshark. Don't forget to use code KAYANI10 if you shop Gymshark, because you can save some money. Same goes for Transparent Labs. If you're getting any supplements, code KAYANI to save. And that is all. I am going to now cool off and then go to the gym. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, and I'll see you in the next video. And don't forget to live, laugh, and love. Bye.